What's up, y'all? Y'all see what I have? It is peanut butter, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, granola, and acai. And I'm so anxious to eat it. Welcome to Cindy's Chronicles. Boom, haha. What is up, my angels? Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. If you are new to my channel, I'm so sorry you got to hear this foolishness today, but it's going to be a great message in it. So stay here, subscribe, and welcome to my channel. Make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know that you're new so I can welcome you in. If you are one of my loyal subscribers, what's up? Welcome back. If you are here and you are following my daughter and Lena and that whole situation, then what's up? This is the video. If you are one of my supporters, my loyal supporters, and you don't want to hear this mess, I am okay if you just let the video play so I can get my money, because that's the whole reason why I'm making it anyway. Let me join the bandwagon. So guys, here we go. Let's get into this video. For the guys who don't know what's going on and you are either new or you are my loyal subscriber and you know I don't be with none of this foolishness, it's just a little bit of drama going on with my daughter and her son's, my grandson's dad. And I do not like getting into this drama. I do not like being a part of this. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But because the dad and the new baby mama won't stop speaking, bringing up me, then I'm gonna go ahead and get on one bandwagon and drop this video telling my story, and chances are they're gonna rebuttal because they, trying to run their bag up, and that's okay. I just decided to join the bandwagon. If y'all run y'all bag up, I might as well run mine up too. Okay? So let me start off by saying this, and I did put some notes in my phone. When Lena dropped her message today, which is my grandson's stepmom, when she went on the internet and she mentioned me and everything, I said I was gonna go ahead and make my video. I put a few notes in my phone, so it's some things that I won't forget. I'm not gonna touch on everything because I would never do that. First of all, this is my daughter's real life. So because I love my daughter, I respect her as an adult, I'm not even gonna go there fully. The only thing that brought me out this time is because I feel like this is a season where I am so tired of letting people slide. Like, I have been letting people play with me for a long time. And if y'all notice, that sweet Cindy, that person who just been letting stuff slide, I am learning to nip stuff in the bud. If you address it and nip it in the bud, people will really stop playing with you. Everybody want to say, oh, just be quiet, let it go away. But when you be quiet and let it go away, it's like they play with you again. And I've been learning that in this whole experience from last year up to today. So I would normally say this at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I am going through a healing process myself, okay? I went through one of the most traumatic times of my life last year. And I know that I honestly went through it because of my calling and what I'm doing right now, my purpose in life. So I'm not mad at it. All I can say is that, it was trying, it was hard, it was difficult, but I got through it. For anybody that's watching this video right now, you have went through something, you're going through something, you've been betrayed, you just want to get yourself back to where you want to get it, press the link in my description and get my healing journey. It is a 5-day cleanse. Y'all will not be sorry. You will not be sorry. That is not the end, guys. I got some more stuff coming. So guys, if you are watching this video right now, do me a favor, go ahead and press that link in my description and get your copy, okay? I'm going to create a members only where we can go over, talk about it, share our stories, and yeah. So y'all, let's get it popping. It's on sale right now for $19.99. So we got this. All right, here we go. So first things first, what I'm going to address is I hate the fact that this came to the internet, because my grandson Kaiser absolutely loves and adores each and every person that is involved in this. He loves Lena, he loves his dad, he loves his mom, he loves me, okay? He loves his sisters. All right, let's start there. Let's also say that I do not, under no circumstances, condone bullying. I am a mother. I have watched my daughter be bullied on the internet. I hated it. I cried. It bothered me. You know, I just wanted to go in the camera or in the phone and just fight every person, so I know how that feel. Lena is a young girl. I would never condone bullying in any type of form or fashion. I see the heat that she has gotten on the internet from this whole situation. But I'm going to tell y'all in a few seconds where it came from, okay? So, now that I got that out, I'm going to say this. My grandson's dad lived with me in my home. They started their YouTube channel in my house. I remember times when he took his head on a prank and bammed it on my brand new refrigerator and put a dent in it. I didn't say not one thing, because I knew that they were just getting started. They were starting to get their career off the road. You know, they were just children trying to, you know, make it in life. I was proud of them. I never treated him anything less than my child. Okay? Let's get that straight. I have loved him like one of my children, treated him like one of my children. He went on vacation with us. He lived in my house. So let's move. Listen, I'm not even going to go into all that. All I'm going to say is I don't know what happened. But I could tell you this. He has never, not one time ever in life, uttered the words, "I appreciate you and everything that you've done for me in my life and bringing me this far." I never, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But since him and my daughter have broken up, all I have seen is him going out his way to bash her. And I didn't ever want to get into it. I would get on the internet and see that stuff, and it would make me so mad, because I would know behind closed doors that we would literally do anything for him. I'm not even going to go into details, but literally anything for him. We never asked him for anything. We made it a point every single time to make sure Kaiser talked to him, to make sure Kaiser called him. Even when Kaiser got to be to school the next morning, right? Kaiser's bedtime is 10 o'clock, between 9 and 10 o'clock. And they don't wake up there in another country until it's like 11 o'clock our time. Sometimes I would let Kaiser stay up just to call him and say, so he could been and talk to him that day. Or early in the morning on our way to school, it's nighttime there, but they're getting ready for bed. I would let Kaiser call him. So I have went over and beyond to make sure I extend myself in every way possible. I mean, taking long trips to Houston when I was living in Louisiana, going back and forth to make sure everything went smoothly. So for me to never get a thank you, for me to every single time this man has went on the internet and told me to eat his D because of something he said he thought I said on TikTok. So disrespectful, so disrespectful. I didn't even go and defend myself on that. Because to me, I just chopped it up as something going on with him, right? Now, I know he got this new woman and everything, and she wants to defend her man. And I don't blame you, girl. I'll be defending my man too, okay? But this is the first time I ever felt like I need to tell you to shut up. Just shut up. Because, first of all, he went on a rant last week because I went on the internet and said my grandson was coached. For anybody who saw the video he made with Kaiser, if you haven't, y'all can revert back to that. I may put a clip in here. If I'm not even doing all that, y'all can go to the T page and watch it, where Kaiser said what he said. Let me tell y'all something. I know my grandson is smart, okay? He is smart. When I say coached, I worded it wrong. I was so angry when I woke up that morning and I saw it, that's the first thing that came out. When I say coach, I mean, it was done maliciously. What you guys didn't know behind closed doors is in that moment, my daughter was going through a lot, trying to talk to her son, trying to communicate with him. Y'all think the ticket situation happened where she said, where he told her she had to pay for Kaiser to come, that, y'all, that didn't just happen when Lena got sick. That happened way before Lena got sick. They were arguing about that. Okay, so when I got up and I seen, okay, you're not communicating, you're being mean, you're not letting my daughter talk to her son, but you're on the internet asking him about adults and parents and stuff like that. So that was a slap in my daughter's face for her to wake up and see that on the internet, knowing that they're going through what they're going through. So when I say coached, I mean it was intentionally, maliciously done. That's what I meant. So let's clear that up. I didn't even care that y'all ate me up in the comments, okay? That's why I made my video that I did, just giving an example of some things that happened in my life. Because whenever you dig a hole, you must always dig too, right? The hole that was digged for me made a whole 30-minute video after that talking about me. And was that cause for? No, because I text him directly, privately. Just like Lena says she texts my daughter privately, right? And I text him privately, like, I'm disappointed in you. That was not okay. I'm losing respect for you because you know you don't have to do the things that you're doing. He went on the internet and made a whole video about it. But Lena is saying that she texts my daughter privately and my daughter went on the internet. When do you take accountability? Did you ever tell him he was wrong when he made a 30-minute long video about me? Did you ever tell him he was wrong when he had over a million views on TikTok telling me to eat his D? A boy who I treated like my own child, a boy who I brought in my home and loved and cared for like he was my own child. I never get him in my daughter's business. That is my grandson. Even when the cheating and everything went on, I seriously don't think he should have been bashed for that. They were young. They were puppy love. You know, sometimes when you get together at a young age, you're not meant to be together forever. You know, they did their job. They had a beautiful son. They worked. They made a name for themselves and they moved on. So I didn't never hate him for that. I didn't ever bash him for that because that's life. What is upsetting me is that no matter how good of a person my daughter is, no matter how much she hold in, no matter how much she go like above and beyond to make sure Kaiser sees you, to make sure whatever the cost is, she's going to make sure she know that Kaiser knows that his dad loves him. I have recorded conversations where I walked in on my grandson on the phone with his dad. His dad telling him, you only have one mama and one daddy. Your lovey is not your mama, basically. And I got the recordings, basically saying you don't have to listen to your lovey. I'm like, what? Who tells a child don't listen to their grandmother? That is crazy. But you know what? I never outed it. Never. Y'all got to know almost every single conversation that was had has been recorded. Y'all got to know if I really wanted to out some stuff, I can. But I'm not going to do that. This is not my business. This is my daughter's business. I love my daughter. I respect her. Actually, I love Splain. I respect him. But at some point, y'all got to know I'm fed up. Okay? I'm going to take a few bites because am I the only one, or is it weird when I'm talking to the camera, it feels like I'm talking to myself and then somebody comes around me? I'm like, I could talk to the camera all day when it's just me. But let me touch on some of my notes, okay? So this is what I wanted to address. One thing is Lena brought up the Disney World. Let me tell y'all what happened with Disney World. And for the people in the back who talking about, stay out of your daughter's business, I definitely ran this by my daughter. Asked her if it's okay for me to say it, okay? This is what happened with Disney. You guys know me. Y'all know I love my daughter. Y'all had gots to know that was hard for me to do. To sit here and listen to people bash my daughter saying she didn't allow her son to go to Disney World with his dad and their family. Well, and it also had to be hard for me to sit here and watch my grandson watch that every day saying, well, why they didn't take me? I never told him anything bad. I never got on the internet. My daughter didn't even defend herself. Do you guys want to know what happened? And I guess you guys can be it's a million people out there. Everybody's going to look at things in a different way. This is how we looked at it. And I'm standing on our decision. when Kaiser's dad called him and called Nique and said, Kaiser is going to Disney with us, Nique said, okay. At that moment, Kaiser had just come over the flu, and we all had it. And at this time, he was completely healed. Like, he was fine. He was over it. He was running around, wasn't coughing, wasn't nothing. I mean, the whole house was sanitized. So we felt very confident. Well, Splain called her, his dad called her the day before and said, well, before we come and pick him up, we need you to take him to the doctor and make sure he's cleared of the flu. We knew this wasn't his dad talking. We 100% knew it was Lena, because what? So this is what my daughter told Splain. She said, and which is Kaiser's dad. She said, he's ready and he's packed. You can come and pick him up, take him to the doctor tonight and get him cleared, because you're his dad and because you are the one who wants to get him cleared. We already feel confident that he's cleared. I mean, he had the flu last week, and well, 2 weeks prior, something like that. If anybody knows, I think the flu only really lasts in your body for like 2 days, especially for kids. I mean, it could turn to something else after that, but if a kid had the flu a whole week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago and he's not sick anymore, we're fine with it. You know, if we wanted him to come home and we wanted to make sure that he wasn't around anybody with the flu, I'm almost certain that we would have taken him to the doctor and got that cleared. So since you guys need it for your own reasons, or to make sure that, you know, he don't get your kids sick, which is understandable, then you come and pick him up and you take him to the doctor. The urgent care is right up the street. If y'all coming to get him tonight, y'all don't leave until tomorrow, stop at the urgent care, get him cleared, and be on your merry way. And if he's not clear, call us and say, hey, I got to drop him back off because he's not clear. And I understand you didn't want him around Lena's kids, but hey, you didn't have to pick him up with Lena's kids. She could have stayed at home. You could have picked him up, took him to the doctor, urgent care, on the way home, in and out in 30 minutes. Hey, you would have been fine. But because my daughter's baby daddy is such a bully and he's so used to telling her what to do, his thing was he wanted her to get up out the bed, go take him to urgent care, get him cleared, and then bring him to their house so they can go on vacation. Why work us? That's not our decision. I mean, we were okay if he just stay here. He don't have to go. So that was the incident that happened. Lena, since you brought Disney World to the internet about him having the flu, don't nobody come and tell me nothing about I'm bringing our business to the internet, because not only did they add my name, but they also brought up Kaiser and Disney World. Okay. So the second thing I'm going to address is the $35. Lena, I already felt like you were giving that $35 so later on you could talk about it and make a video about it, or you probably thought we were going to make a video about it. That was a very sweet gesture. That was really sweet of you. But how many times have we went and bought the kids gifts or Splain gifts and you gifts? I took Kaiser to Walmart one time. As a matter of fact, that purse is still in my trunk. He spent $24 on a purse because my money, because he said, I want to give Lena a gift. And when I get there, I want to give Lena a gift. Of course, he forgot to take it in, but the purse is still in my trunk. We went to Walmart and bought you a purse because Kaiser just wanted to buy you something so bad. And it's been other times. So thank you for the $35. I think a blended family should do stuff like that. I mean, to bring it to the internet as if I gave $35 and nobody appreciated. Okay, anyway. So now that we addressed that, let me see what else, because it got ants out here. It got people getting in my videos. I want to finish my dessert. So let's see. And the night is starting to fall. Another thing, y'all. When my grandson came home from Thailand, he knew everything that happened on the internet. Everything. That is so heartbreaking, because now I have to explain to my grandson some of what's going on, when one thing me or his mom does ever, I don't care what his daddy do, I don't care what Lena do, I don't care what nobody does. What we don't do is ever talk in front of Kaiser. We don't ever share what's going on with him about his dad or nobody else. We're always like, if he said, I want to call my dad here, no matter what's going on, we could be at it. We could be at the worst odds. Even when he was on the internet telling me to eat his D on TikTok with over 1 million views, I still allow Kaiser. When Kaiser said, I want to call my daddy, I pick up that phone and call him. Guess what? Because that's his daddy, and he shouldn't be in the middle of this. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is his happiness, okay? So I don't get in that. His dad even called me once telling me, I know he called the phone and I answered, and I was like, you know, you're disrespecting me in front of Kaiser. You're doing this. And guess what he said? He said, I called my son's phone, and you got the nerves to answer my son's phone, to asking me questions, because I asked him about what he went to the internet about, you know, just trying to talk to him the way I would talk to one of my children. He said, you answering my son's phone, asking me questions? I said, honey, I pay the cell phone bill every month. I bought him the phone. What do you mean? Of course I can answer his phone. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, guys. Let me see if there's anything else I need to touch on so I can end this video. I can go on and on about things that happened, but I'm not, okay? I just came here to address what they dress and to get my bag because everybody else on that train, okay? Anyway, I know I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff, guys, and I know that I probably went rattled from here to there, but just a briefing to let you guys know what's going on. It's not the things that go to the internet with Nique, guys. Please know that it only went there because she was fed up. And I can't say that I don't understand that feeling, because I do understand being fed up. A person can only take so much. And we have realized now that if you sit in the back and just let people assume stuff while other people like playing victim or keep throwing you under the bus, I mean, it's going to keep happening. The minute I start speaking up, the minute Nique starts speaking up, it didn't tone down, and I guarantee you it's going to be thought out before they bring it back to the internet. Because we're not playing no more. We speaking back. Everybody keeps saying leave y'all problems off the internet. Why should we allow everybody to make a bag off of things that we're going through in real life, and we're the only ones not making money off of it, but we're allowing people to assume bad things about us? I don't think none of us are bad people. I don't think Lena's bad. I don't think Splain is bad. I don't think Nique is bad. I'm not a bad person. What I think is that Splain, some kind of way, I don't know what it is. I don't want to speak it. I'm going to pray for him. But I think he secretly really is jealous of his baby mama. I don't know, y'all. I don't want to talk about him. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's just something that he needs a little therapy, a little help with, and he'll be okay. So guys, y'all do me a favor. Go to that description below. Grab my book. It is a 5-day cleanse, God. If you guys, you don't have to be healing from a relationship. You could be healing from a toxic person. You could be healing from a toxic job, a toxic situation. You can also just need to find out who you are as a person. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Y'all do me a favor and have an amazing day. Mwah.